actual dictionary definition of procrastination is the action of delaying or postponing something. But my definition is procrastination is something that stops me from making progress. Things that you might be procrastinating on, just simple things like getting up, eating breakfast, having a shower, just things like this you might be putting off by scrolling on your phone or something like that, and procrastinating before you actually do them. So it takes you a lot longer to get them done rather than getting them done in the 5 to 10 minutes that they should take. If I say I'm going to do something, let's say I'm going to do something at 10 a.m. and then it turns to 10:01 a.m. and I haven't made a start on that, in my head I'm actually going to say I'm going to make a start on that at 10:10 because that's a right nice round number. But then what actually happens is that you keep putting it off all day, and by the time that you actually get to starting, the day's already gone, so you've done nothing all day. This is because in every single moment, our brain is picking the easiest task possible. So if you have the option to scroll on your phone or do some homework, your brain is instantly going to think, I'm going to scroll on my phone because it's so much easier and doesn't take as much brain power to do as doing your homework does. And this is what causes procrastination. But what if I told you that there was a solution to this problem? If you're like the average person, then you probably know exactly what you need to do and the steps you need to take in order to achieve your goals. But the only thing stopping you is procrastination. Well, let's find out why you're actually procrastinating in the first place. Our brains are always trying to find some excuse to get us out of doing hard tasks. For example, if you wanted to go for a run and it was raining outside, your brain would probably make up some silly excuse about why I don't want to get my shoes wet, or why you don't want to go out for a run in the rain, which makes you think, oh, I don't have to go for a run now, because your brain makes you think that that's actually important when it's really not important, and you really could go for that run if you really wanted to. I think most people generally know what procrastination is because it's putting off more important tasks and replacing them with less important tasks that don't really matter. So I've got 3 reasons why you might be procrastinating and why you're pushing off the work that you know needs to be done. Number 1, perfectionism. Whenever you start something new, everyone always thinks that you somehow need to be amazing at it the first time you try it, but that's just not the case. So instead of trying out and starting it, they go on their phones and start procrastinating to push it off so they don't have to start, and so that they won't be judged by others. But what they don't understand is everyone was in their shoes once, and everyone that is at the top level now was once at that beginner stage, and was once in their shoes feeling insecure and like they sucked at everything. But the only way you get better is to punch fear in the face and start. You actually have to start before you're ready, because otherwise you just won't start at all. Number 2, being overwhelmed. If you feel like there's just too many steps to start with your goals, then you're probably feeling overwhelmed and a bit crowded with the steps that you need to take. If you do feel like this, I want you to break everything down into step by step. For example, if you want to start going to the gym, I don't want you researching about the perfect plan that you have to find or how many times you have to do certain sets and reps. I just want you to get your shoes on, go to the gym and try out a few things. Try out some machines, try out the cardio machines, whatever. I just want you to find out what works for you, what you like to do in there, so this will help you stay consistent because you like doing the machines, you like doing those specific exercises, and therefore it's going to get you better progress in a short amount of time. So just take the first step by starting, and the rest will figure itself out along the way. Don't wait to get everything sorted out and perfect before you start. You just start. Number 3, fear of failure. The most common thing stopping people from starting and causing them to procrastinate is their fear of failure and not being good enough to give it a shot. They're scared that their best might not be good enough to compete with others in the same field. But you're only going to know if you're good enough if you actually start and give it a shot instead of pushing it off. You know you can't keep procrastinating because it's just a waste of time, and the only reason you do it is because it's comfy and you know no one is going to judge you for it. But there are consequences that come along with procrastination. For example, if you have to hand an essay in within the hour and you've been procrastinating all day, then you're going to have to work at hyper speed and have hyper focus to get that essay done in time. Consequence is that you could have done it to a better standard if you had have worked on it for a longer period of time. Your stress levels went up dramatically within that hour because you're constantly thinking about, am I going to get this done? Am I going to get this done in time to get that mark that you're wanting. On the other hand, you could have got that essay done in time with better effort and to a better standard, as well as doing something productive like exercising or reading a book in the same amount of time that it took for you to procrastinate and then do the essay, which was rushed. And you could have done so much more in the same amount of time if you hadn't procrastinated. So now I'm going to be giving you 3 steps to help you stop procrastinating. Number 1, climb the biggest mountain first. This means to get your most important task done first thing in the day. This is because you have more energy to do it, so you'll do it to a better standard. And this will lead to a better result of doing it because you're not just doing it half-hearted in the afternoon when you're tired and you're feeling like you want to relax. It's also going to give you massive momentum that you can carry on with you throughout the day to complete your other tasks because that weight's been lifted off your shoulders by doing that hard task first thing in the day. Negative of doing this hard task first thing in the day is that you actually have to do it first thing in the day. And you might end up pushing it off all day and therefore procrastinating all day and end up getting nothing done. Number 2, try climbing the smaller mountain first. This is the exact opposite of step 1, which was to climb the biggest mountain first, but this one is to actually climb the smallest mountain first and take the easiest task that you could possibly do all day and do that one first. It might be drinking some water, making your bed, or having a shower. This is going to give you gradual momentum that you can keep building along with your small habits and tasks that you keep completing throughout the day. Only now you don't have that big barrier of entry to get that big task done first. You only have a small barrier of entry because you're only doing a small task first and then building up to that big task at the end. So this first task is now going to be a lot easier for you to do without procrastinating and without pushing it off. So you're much more likely to get a lot more done throughout the day, even though you're not doing that hard task first. Number 3, build walls around your workspace. If you get distracted by your phone, put it in another room. If you get distracted by watching Netflix, take out the batteries on the TV remote. If you find yourself watching videos online, then download an app that is going to help block that site so that you don't end up getting distracted. This is going to help set your environment up for success and eliminate all your distractions. Remember, life is about balance, so having a balance of productivity and downtime, which is procrastinating, is okay. And procrastination isn't always a bad thing. It can be a good thing and a good outlet for some people. It just means you're human. But procrastinating all the time is where the issue lies. So hopefully by now you know exactly why you might be procrastinating and putting off tasks and how you can actually fix that and start being more productive with your time. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you got amazing value from it. If you did, go down, smash the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, click here to watch my latest video. See you in the next one. See you later.